Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for the upcoming week of May 15th through May 21st, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers. It's lovely to be in your energies again, and a big grateful thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, as all of those things really do help my YouTube channel to grow. And for those of you who are finding the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel for the very first time, I'd like to share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, which is called Angel Healing House, now in its 19th year. I am a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners, master teachers around the world, either in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, or online. I am a psychic. I am a clairvoyant tarot card reader. I also do past life healings, ancestral clearings, and I also do twin flame energetic reconnections, whether your twin flame is on the earth plane at the moment and you just haven't met them, or if they are across the veil, where once you reconnect with them, they can help you tremendously with direction and clarity, and they can even help you to find a love here in this incarnation. I am also the author of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books. And during this month of May 2022, to celebrate Angel Healing House Healing Practice's 19th year anniversary, I'm offering specially discounted 25% off all of my services, and this anniversary special is only good until the end of May 31st, 2022. To take advantage of those, they must be paid for in May, up until the end of May, but they certainly can be booked at a later date. So to take advantage of those special sessions, which are 25% off, please do call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. Remember, that's Pacific Standard Time. Or you can visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Now, before we go to any oracle or tarot cards, I like to start each YouTube with looking into the celestial heavens, at the astrological aspects, to see how the energies will be affecting us. And I've heard from many of my clients this past week how totally tired, drained, and exhausted they feel. And I remind them, welcome to eclipse season. Many feel at this time that they can't hold on to anything, and which makes them feel extremely vulnerable, as if they are no longer in their old world, but they've not planted yet in their new world as yet. So words to describe what many may be feeling are floating, drifting, not fully rooted and grounded in the new. Now, my angelic family, the posse of angels who I am part of, we are sharing for us to please hang on, because the energies as we go into the end of May and into June, the energies will lighten dramatically, improving towards the end of May and into June, but just hold on. A few days ago, on May 10th, the second Mercury Retrograde of the year started, and it occurred right smack dab in the middle of the eclipses. The posse of angels and I wish to share that Mercury Retrograde, it's not only a time to dread our projects and our plans coming to a standstill, or technology breaking down, or miscommunication occurring, but we wish to remind everyone that Mercury rules over our mind. And with the retrograde being in the middle of the eclipses, it's having us delve deeply into the void of the unconscious mind to connect and bring to the surface messages and information to help us access deeply held knowledge within. Now, this knowledge will be important to help us with what will be presented and what will manifest when Mercury goes direct on June the 3rd. I've mentioned many times before that Mercury retrograde always gives us a time out to get ready and prepare as it heralds something new which is coming in for us on the horizon when Mercury starts to go forward. Mercury retrograde is always 3 weeks. Yes, it has a pre-shadow phase and a post-shadow phase, but this happens, depending on the year, 3 or 4 times a year for us to be able to re-edit and review our lives. So to be able to finish off projects, clean out our closets, get our life in order for us to have a little bit of a review, and then it's heralding something on the new on the horizon for us to step into, so that we've cleaned everything up, we are really ready and fully prepared to step forward. While it's recommended not to start anything new during a Mercury retrograde, it is an absolutely wonderful time to re-edit projects that have been previously started. And come to think of it, all of my 3 Amazon International books, best-selling books, were all reviewed and re-edited during Mercury retrogrades. Now, as Mercury retrograde is so often about reviewing our past, the energies can also bring back people from our past as well. And they come back into our lives often to revisit something with us. Maybe this is revisiting a business offer or a job or an opportunity that may not have worked out before. Perhaps it wasn't the right timing for it before. And Mercury retrogrades always then give us a second chance at something, which is pretty exciting. And with this retrograde being in the middle of the eclipses, it could have us feeling quite emotional. And with the heightened chance of miscommunication, the posse of angels and I are saying, please take time before responding to anyone. Do remember that when we are feeling this way, overly sensitive or emotional, it helps to take time to go within, to reflect, and remember that whatever we are feeling sensitive towards is never about what occurs externally, but it brings to the surface what is already within us and needs to be addressed or healed. Otherwise, we wouldn't be triggered by it. The next big energy is Jupiter entering Aries, and this happened on May 11th. When Jupiter changes signs, it is of great importance because it only changes signs approximately every 12 months. And when it does this, it brings with it expansion into a new area of our life. Now, this could be an expansion in our relationships, who we're going to connect with or collaborate with in business, in our jobs, careers. Out of the blue, there may be something that we will have to attend to that will have our focus for the whole upcoming year. Now, do note that wherever Aries resides in a person's chart will determine where they will notice Jupiter's energy of growth and expansion. Now, Aries is the first sign of the zodiacal wheel, and so Jupiter will expand a new beginning in our lives. This big energy shift that will occur will also spark our fiery warrior nature inside, to be bold, to be brave and courageous, and to take a leap forward and to believe in ourselves when stepping into something new. You may feel like your confidence is rising to take inspired action towards what your heart truly desires. And with Jupiter in Aries, We attract the best fortune when we are bold and we take the lead, when we inspire others and demonstrate enthusiasm and, as I said, courage. Faith in yourself can bring about positive circumstances during this very important transit. There's no more important time to believe in yourself. The next huge energy that will definitely have an effect on our lives is the full moon and total lunar eclipse in Scorpio on May 16th. With this one being a total eclipse in Scorpio, it's all about transformation, and that will bring a total life change for many. It's important to note that the previous eclipse, which was on April 30th, was a partial solar North Node eclipse, which brings in fated and destined opportunities. But this one on May 16th is a South Node eclipse, which concentrates on clearing out past karma. With these powerful energies swirling all around us now, Scorpio's energies of metamorphosis will make us feel like the phoenix being burned down to the ashes. And it's doing this in order for us to rise from those ashes, reborn, refreshed, and renewed. The phoenix is one of the symbols for Scorpio and signifies death and rebirth. It may seem like everything is crashing down and all structures are failing in your world, and yet a rebirthing is occurring for each and every one of us to find our new path and our new way to serve in this era of light on planet Earth. The Posse of Angels is giving us a caution here to please do not fight against anything at this time, and certainly do not try to cling on to that which is familiar and comfortable, because what is changing now is for our soul's highest destiny in this lifetime to set our feet on our dharmic path to serve ourselves and serve others. I've mentioned this quite often on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show that airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That what we are going through now, this metamorphosis, will set our feet on our dharmic path, which is our soul's highest form of serving in this lifetime. We actually wrote it into our book of life, the contract that we write for each incarnation in our book of life, that when we were ready and when our vibrational frequency was high enough, we would step onto our dharmic path in order to serve this new era of light on planet Earth. And for many, that time has come. And the Posse of Angels is emphasizing that one of our soul's highest purposes will be to serve those who come to us for support and guidance and our spiritual wisdom. I recently received this message on my YouTube channel from a person who asked for my prayers, and here was my response. Dear Ace, I read your message that asked for prayers to be able to move your family from a darkened area that you are in, and for help on your healing journey so that you can go out and you can help others. I will certainly pray that God, in all her infinite wisdom, places you exactly where you and your family need to be in order to be of greatest service for yourself and for others. You know, it made me reflect on how God places each and every one of us where we are for a reason. And even though we cannot figure out and fathom why we are here, where we are. Now, excuse me, did you consider that with your immense capacity within for love and giving, compassion, forgiveness, kindness, and peace, you may have been placed exactly where you currently are, because being where you are is so healing, and it's transcending the darkness And it's this high frequency of love that you hold is healing people directly and indirectly in this area that you have been planted. The posse of angels is sharing that you are a powerful force of love, having loved your 9 children and 5 grandchildren, and that directly and indirectly you have transcended so much darkness around exactly where you are. In the meantime, do remember this saying: grow where you are planted, bless where you are, and then your energies will start to manifest a blessed place for you to live. Bless the darkness around you. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Means that they are so far from God's light that we need to be the candle or the example that will bring light to their life. And we do this through our forgiveness, our kindness, our compassion, and our unconditional love. The posse of angels wish to share that there are now on planet Earth two very distinct worlds functioning at the same time. There are those who have discerned after doing their own research that we have been lied to and manipulated and controlled, not only for these past 2 years, but for eons of time. And we were controlled in this way to give up our freedoms to those in so-called authorities. And then there are those who see that there is nothing to see here and it's just business as usual. And instead of questioning the narrative, they give their power away. This is just one more time to those who wish to take their freedoms away. The posse of angels wish to share with us that the time is drawing near when there will be an event of some kind, and they're saying, yes, it might be a solar flash, and yes, it may be the landing of our galactic family in very public ways, or it could be something completely different that will be brought about in order to jolt those who are still asleep into acknowledging what has gone on for eons and eons of time. And just like the lovely lady with the 9 children and the 5 grandchildren in the above letter, we will be called upon to be the light, to help light another person's way. You know, when many of our family and friends will be jolted into awakening, it'll be very, very important to share the light of our candle, our knowledge, our ancient spiritual wisdom. And it's very important that we share this with humility and kindness and compassion, and not by being self-righteous and telling anyone, I told you so, I was right. Fortunately and unfortunately, something big needs to occur in order to wake up more people. And when this happens, whatever it will be, you may find that lots of people will seek you out for your wisdom, your support, and your guidance. Be prepared to keep your equilibrium, your peace, and your balance within, protecting and keeping your energies on an even keel, knowing that whatever happens is for the best, to expose the darkness publicly in order to create a new planet of light. And remember always to be kind and generous with sharing your light, for a lit candle does not lose any of its brilliance, any of its warmth and luminosity by sharing it and helping to light other candles. And for additional messages, when I went to my oracle cards, the first cards I went to were these beautiful cards. Sacred Forest Deck Oracle, and that is by Denise Lynn. Lovely deck here. And the first card that came out was the Stability card, and that's a number 14, which becomes a number 5 when 1 is added to 4. 5 is the number of change in our lives. The full moon in Scorpio coming up on May 16th in a few days with its full lunar eclipse is bringing not only transformation, But after feeling like we were drifting and having released so many outdated aspects of our lives that were no longer an energetic match, that could have been releasing relationships that we no longer resonated with, releasing jobs, releasing places where we lived. What will now be coming in is a greater sense of stability. Many in the collective will now be shown very tangible signs coming in towards the end of May and into June, where to put down roots and feel like we can finally make plans for the future. My angelic family, the posse of angels, is saying that this is a time of preparation so that we can feel secure in stepping forward. Explore ways that you can feel grounded. And one of the best ways that I know to feel more grounded is to connect with Mother Nature, as the trees and the plants and the flowers and the bodies of water support us with her magnificent bounty. When you are out in nature, close your eyes, drop down to your heart, and feel that connectivity all around you. Our stability often comes from a perception or the misperception of how much we are loved and supported. Just like Mother Nature provides the seeds that give us food and sustenance to nourish our bodies, the posse of angels is suggesting that we plant the seeds now that will bring abundance in the future, providing that we take the time to prepare and nurture those ideas and creative efforts with our passion, our excitability, and our enthusiasm. They're suggesting that there is no better time to foster this preparation and to nurture those seeds of creativity. As we have the help from Mercury Retrograde, go back over and review and re-edit your creative efforts. They're suggesting for us to also contact people from our past who can help us greatly with our projects and our endeavors. And just because something didn't get off the ground and didn't fly years ago does not mean it's not the right timing for it to take hold now and to absolutely take off. So, more stability coming in from our earth spirit. It's a very grounded physical energy coming in now. And it's very welcome, very, very welcome after having this feeling of just being cut off from the old world and not feeling grounded and established in the new which is coming in. The next card that's coming out for us is from the Animal Oracle from Colette Baron Reed, and who flew in but Crow Spirit. And this is the feeling, along with the feeling of stability that is heading for many people in the collective. The posse of angels is saying from this mid-month of May through June 2022, there will be a feeling of magic in the air, like anything is possible now, with all the integration from higher energies as our consciousness has risen and our bodies are changing from carbon-based to crystalline light frequencies. Many have experienced that their every thought manifests and becomes a thing. Be careful what you think. The clearer you are, the more rapid it becomes. How every intention now, whether intentional or unintentional, knocks on the door of the universe to take action to help shape our worlds into the reality and the energy that we have been perpetuating, the reflection of the energy that we are perpetuating. With many in the collective having stepped into powerful, sovereign, multidimensional natures and taken back their power. Crow Spirit is caw, caw. It's sharing that many are on target now to see their dreams magically come into tangible physical reality. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and prosperity are all operating in our favor now for us to create new karma in our lives. And remember what I mentioned previously, that this upcoming lunar eclipse on May 16th is occurring in the South Node. And the South Node concentrates on clearing all past karma from our lives. So please do surrender and release and let go anything that is no longer in alignment. With its message of co-creating with Spirit, Crow is reminding us that no matter what areas of our concern for us, what we hope for is on the way now. Sometimes all we need to do is to bolster our trust and our faith that Spirit always has our back, and what is divinely meant for us will be presented in the most heavenly divine timing for not only our greatest good, but the greatest good of all concerned. And I love that it's the number 17. Number 17 is one of my favorite numbers. Next, we have Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Beautiful cards here by Angela Hartfield. Beautiful, beautiful deck. And the card that came out for us was Blessings, number 44. And if we needed more confirmation of greater stability and our ability to co-create with Spirit as divine, powerful reflections of God's source, we are now gifted with the Lord Ganesha card of Blessings. And I love, love, love that it's a number 44 because it represents the amplified energy of number 4. And the number 4 symbolizes diligent effort, success around hard work, practicality, stability, here we go again with stability, and grounded, strong foundation. Ganesha wants us to know that wishes are now within our reach. And since many of us have aligned our energies and are co-creating with Spirit, that the universe is now in harmony with our dreams and will help them to transpire effortlessly. If something seems to be in the too hard basket, leave it there. Either it's not supposed to happen now, or it's never supposed to happen, but we do not have to push anything anymore to happen. The posse of angels and Lord Ganesha are waving. They're showing me that they're waving their magic wands and bestowing new prospects, love, luck, and good fortune. Remember, Jupiter in Aries is always helping us now to expand and to grow things in our lives. Remember to be very clear now about your intentions and open to receive without putting attachments or expectations on how and when they will manifest for you. Even if your intentions do feel absolutely impossible, remember that the universe, God and the angels, do not work in logic. And they certainly don't work in justifying something or with rational thinking. They work in the realm of miracles and infinite possibilities. Blessings are continuous in our lives, and those who deeply know this and open themselves by demonstrating gratitude and appreciation for what they already have will experience heaven's doors opening for them with more blessings manifesting in their lives. Ganesha is the Lord of taking obstacles and any sabotaging blocks out of our path in order for those blessings to come in. So, if you feel like you would like to, you can thank you, Lord Ganesha. Thank you, Ganesha, for making the way clear and for helping me to release any obstacles or blocks that is stopping me from my wish fulfillment coming in. There we go. Thank you to our Ganesha. Let's go to the tarot cards and see what's coming out for us. I am using the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. There I am on the back. And many people have emailed me and said, when is that deck going to be made for public purchase? And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it will be available for purchase along with the tarot book that I've written at the end of this year, which is 2020. So while I'm shuffling the cards, how have you felt during this eclipse season? You can put your comments in the comments below. At one stage, yes, I did. At the beginning of the eclipses, I felt drained. I felt, I say, like a squashed cabbage. You know, the energies were very intense. But as I'm getting closer to this second eclipse, I mean, we're only 2 days away, and I'm usually very sensitive in picking up energies. I feel more buoyed. I feel more lifted. I feel more optimistic, more positive, if that's even possible, and more excited, anticipating the new coming in, meeting new people from my soul tribe, new projects coming in, breathing life into old projects, all of those things. So I'd love to hear from you to tell me how you're feeling during this eclipse season. Let's have one more shuffle and split the deck. 1, 2, 3. I always choose the middle. I don't know why. I'm a middle girl, so who knows. The first card that's coming out for us is the Tower card. Now, don't be surprised or don't feel that this is anything to dread. We are going from feeling detached from the old world. Much of everything that we were told was a falsehood, was a lie. We've done our research. We now have taken back our freedom. We've now taken back our power. And with so doing, we're going to be stepping into a new world, And the Tower only means that what is not working in your life will move out of your life. And it needs to do this because you've changed. You've changed irrevocably over the last 2 years, some of us over the last 20 years of tuning in, doing our research, dropping down to our hearts. What is truth for you? And now we're going to go on to create new structures and new systems in this new era of light on planet Earth. And those new structures are of truth and justice and equality for all. So it's what I love about the tarot, the Tower card in the tarot. And, you know, you can see those little mice in my card, you know, oh, look, there's the tower is burning down. You know, he seems to be very concerned. He's got his arms around that other little mouse there. But when things break down in our lives and the Tower card reveals itself when I cast a spread for a client who wants to have a reading, I always emphasize that when something breaks down, the new comes in quite rapidly for us, because we have to open our hand and release something that is not working in our lives in order for universe, source, God and the angels to then see that empty space, for it to be filled with something which is more in line with our energies. So the Tower is actually a very good sign that our vibrational frequency is so high that it can't hold on to anything that is a disparate energy in our lives. So that'll shake us up and get rid of that which is not working so that the new can come in. Next card coming up. What are you celebrating? You might be celebrating your soul tribe. These are the new people that are most like you in energetic resonance, that you feel so comfortable with. You just have such a wonderful heart connection, and you might be celebrating a new job offer, a new business offer, somebody who loves what you're doing and wants your energy to be a part, to be part of what they're doing. This is a sign of collaborating and connecting with others in a joyous setting. Something to celebrate is coming up. We're celebrating as a collective because we're seeing so many of those old structures revealing how that they've been telling us falsehoods, not telling us the whole truths, hiding things from us. And it's something to celebrate. Yes, it's difficult when we uncover that somebody's been lying to us, but in order for it for us to transcend that, we have to acknowledge it, thank it for its contrast, bless it, and then release it, and then go on to create new structures of truth and justice. And many people are doing that, coming together in these new energies. So, and the 3 is a number of creation. And also 3 is the number of miracles happening. So don't put any limitations on how and when your the fulfillment of your wishes and your intentions need to come in. Just allow them to come in, and know that Spirit is always co-creating with you. It's just that whether we allow ourselves to receive those synchronicities and that serendipitous occurrences and the magic and miracles from the universe. The next card that's coming, 4 of Wands. There are 2 celebration cards in the tarot, and one is the 3 of Cups, and one's the 4 of Wands. And we are still celebrating here. They're saying that with the 4 of Wands, yes, it is a card of hard work, diligent effort that is going to be noted, rewarded, promoted, supported, all of those things. And they're these heaven-sent connections that are coming in to celebrate our hard work. This is also the card of moving and buying a new home, or moving into a new home. We could be renting a new home, but changing locations. And so many of us that are going to be stepping onto our dharmic, our highest form of serving in this life, on our dharmic paths for our soul's highest purpose, will be moved. Will be moved maybe to a different town, a different city, a different state, could be a different country, could be overseas, who knows. But it's time. And they're particularly in my card, they're drawing my attention to this mountain right here. It's funny, I haven't really noticed that mountain in the cards that I created, but this is for us to achieve our highest attainment in this lifetime. And I don't know about you, but I certainly want to be able to achieve my soul's highest attainment in this lifetime. So, and those people in the background are your soul family, and they're cheering you on, and they're supporting you, and it's just going to feel wonderful to be in that heavenly vibrational frequency of our soul family coming in. Love it. And of course, the white roses are about a new beginning. They're about a divinely sent new path for us to step onto. Next card that's coming out for us is a very grounded card as well, as the Ace of Pentacles. Now, again, new beginning around our finances, around our abundance, about prosperity, about that feeling of wealth inside. You know, we can't expect to have the physical energy of money turn up in our reality if we're not grounded. If we're not grounded, and if we're not holding that energy of I am abundant. Abundance is my nature, and I always have everything that I need to be able to manifest an abundant life for myself. Now, in my Ace of Pentacles, they are drawing my attention to the rabbit and the tortoise. Okay, they're saying that with what's coming in for many in the collective, it will present itself out of the blue, very unexpectedly, in an unexpected way. And for many, it will provide the long-term security that we wanted. These are not get-rich-quick schemes or anything like that, but very tangible, down-to-earth, secure, stable. It's another word, stability, for us to really ground ourselves into Mother Earth and to be able to see the physical, tangible results of our intuitions. And that's what's coming out. It's a beautiful card there, the Ace and the New Beginnings around our abundance and our finance. Next card. Oh, it's another Pentacles card. Pentacles are all about grounding, about material. She's in her garden. She is living a luxurious life. Now, a luxurious life could be different for all people, but this card is to be independently wealthy. It's the card that, and the tiger there, the royal, it gives it a royal feeling with the peacock, to be able to step into our own energies and to be able to authentically and honestly just share that with the world. And the falcon was always owned by those of royalty, and this feeling of being able to provide for ourselves and knowing that we're supported by the universe doing what we came back to do. Beautiful, beautiful card there. Very, very grounded in her garden. Next card's coming out. Oh my gosh, it's another pentacle card. Okay. Stability and co-creating with spirit to really ground our intentions, our wishes, and our desires, our dreams into the physical. The Page of Pentacles in my card is looking into his book, and suddenly something enlightens him. It's a message. It's something that comes in to give him some clarity and direction, and it's going to come in for many in magical ways. We see that little dwarf or gnome behind the tree, and he's magically sent this, worked with spirit to send this our way. It's an answer. It's an answer to our heart's longings. And it comes in the form of something which just answers our questions, gives us some information how to start on that new path of action. Again, a very grounded card in amongst the trees. Next card. How many Pentacles cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 celebration cards, and we started with the Tower. Very important week coming up for many. The 6 of Pentacles. This is that overflowing abundance. Could be the tree of life. We see the little skunk and the raccoon and the chipmunk in my cards, and they're having their little hands opened up to receive all those blessings that are coming in now. Like I mentioned before, don't put any restrictions or limitations on how your good fortune and how those manifestations need to come in or when they need to come in. Live as if you have already received them and hold that vibrational feeling in your heart. And many of us in the conscious collective cannot wait for that abundance to come in. Yes, we might buy ourselves a home. Yes, we might treat ourselves to some lovely things. But what many of us are hoping for is to establish structures and systems, to be able to establish trusts, to be able to help others, and to pay it forward. And that is to leave a legacy for the planet to be so much brighter, and for people to be taken care of. And for me, I cannot wait for that to happen. Let's look under the deck and see what's come out. Okay, here we have. It's not a Pentacles, but it's my World card. This is the World. And when I created her, I drew her as part of the world. She is no different to Mother Earth. Her green and her blue of her gown is dripping and is infusing with the earth. She's holding up a laurel wreath and she's saying, congratulations to each and every one of you, because you have made it to this point, and this is the end of a cycle. With this lunar eclipse and this Scorpio full moon on the 16th, we then enter a new cycle, a new phase in our lives. And for many, it will be much more extraordinary than they ever could possibly imagine. To finish off, postcards from Spirit. And this is the one that came out. And it says, love your dreams. Dear you. Human beings, well, they spend a huge percentage of their life asleep. But we're not just talking about in bed, but the kind where you forget that you are a spiritual, immortal, what the posse of angels and I have always referred to as your divine, eternal nature. But the kind where you forget that you're a spiritual immortal being taken on a temporary human form. In my book, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness, it's a #1 Amazon International bestseller. It went #1 in 5 different countries, in Canada, in USA, in Germany, Australia, and the UK. In my book, I speak about how we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that a human life, when we are across the veil, is a matter of like 2 or 3 weeks. An 80, 90, 100 or more year life is like a blip of maybe 2 or 3 weeks across the veil. It's not your fault that you forget that you are this spiritual immortal. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of your small self and have less connection to your divine, eternal soul self. You may not recognize this going on, but you sure can feel it when you are disconnected from that source, connectedness, or your soul source. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic, absolute magic, is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teeming with you right now to fulfill the contract that you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. That is why you are here. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. That's why Crow Spirit came out today. Co-create with Spirit. Your mind in alignment with divine intelligence, Spirit, is absolutely unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we all are behind you, beside you, above you, below you, and within you. And Spirit knows you better than you know yourself. So let go and let them co-create an extraordinary heaven on earth experience for you. As we do every week, let's finish with some magic, making magic. What are you going to do this upcoming week to celebrate this Scorpio lunar eclipse, full moon? One of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking out all of these beauties here, bloodstone and fairy stone and ocean jasper, beautiful ocean jasper. What else do I have on my desk here? I have blue apatite. I have lapis. I have garnet, sunstone, turquoise, chrysocolla. I have so many of these crystals. I am going to put them under the full moon and let them bathe. Let them bathe in the full moon. Yes, I clear them with bells. I clear them with sage, and I use my Reiki symbols over them to clear them, but nothing quite works the same as bathing them under the full moon. So, Posse of Angels, 3 cards to end today, and I'm just so excited, like a little child. I'm wiggling with excitement to see what's going to be opening up for me, and a new path, perhaps. First card that's coming out for us is a successful career. I love it. A happy working environment. Pay rises and promotions. There we go. And with the two celebratory cards, the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. The 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. These cards herald in promotions, rewards, recognition, and new offers to offer us a successful career. Okay, another card, Posse of Angels. Our second card will be, that kind of jumped, so I'm going to take it. It's listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Now, this one is our co-creation card, co-creating with spirit. Listen, truly listen. Ask all the time and say thank you. Thank you for sending me the messages and the signs that are going to help me co-create. Not something from my ego, not what my ego wants, but something that is my soul desires in order for me to serve the highest way in this incarnation. And the last one, it did just pop over, and this one is power symbol to create lucky and serendipitous events. Now, we just spoke about magic and miracles and serendipity and synchronicity and all of those things. And the only way to do that is to let go of the ego and to open ourselves up. I hope all that's been helpful for you, and it's lovely to be in your energies again. Remember that my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show airs weekly, every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, certainly on Blog Talk Radio. And you can call in for free mini angel readings. This is now, I'm now in my 11th year, 11 and a half years that I've been doing this and giving away thousands upon thousands of mini angel readings. So I'd love you to call in and try to get on the show. And I'm also doing, along with the walk-in Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom every Saturday, I am posting on Tuesdays a new series which is called Tarot Tuesdays, which we do, of course, a general tarot reading for the upcoming week, but there are also tarot tidbits on reading tarot, on the history of tarot, on different spreads to use, and just different interesting tarot bits of information that I'm going to be sharing on those Tarot Tuesdays. So go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Take care. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.